My image video essay is on the Chicano movement, or also known as el movimiento, and how it affected people, but mostly Hispanics. The Chicano movement, like many other movements, had started off after the African American Civil Rights Movement. This movement began around the 1960s and ended around the 1970s. It was a movement in which Mexican Americans defined and took pride in their own identity and worked towards self-determination by improving their financial, social, and political circumstances. Like most civil rights movements, the Chicano movement made our society aware of the injustices suffered by Mexican Americans in the United States, but mostly in the workforce. This movement has been broken down into three parts. Part 1 being the restoration of land grants, Part 2 was for the Mexican American farm workers and their families, and Part 3 was demand for equal access to education and politics. Many farm workers wanted more money for the work that they did and better living places for themselves and their families. The field workers would go on strike so the owners of the land could come to a compromise and give the field workers what they wanted. To set up these strikes and boycotts, Mexican American workers organized National Farm Workers Association, or the NFWA, which was led by Dolores Huerta and Cesar Chavez. In this image, I can see a man holding up a flag that says Chicano, and it has an eagle on it, which comes from the Mexican flag. During protests, Chicanos would often yell protestas, which in English means protest. I have a personal connection with this image because my grandpa was a field worker and he went on these strikes. This movement means a lot to him, and I wanted to know more about what he went through during this time.